not campaigning because I'm looking for money. I'm not participating in this election because I want to be governor. There is a serious crisis of leadership in Ijoland, in Bayelsa State, and that's why I'm contesting this election. I am pained when I see that there are no teachers in primary schools. I am pained when I travel the world, travel other states, and come back to the state, including the people who are watching me today, who throw stones at me, my mates. Anytime they travel and get to the toll gate in Bayelsa, they will not deceive themselves. They always swallow a spit, say, we don't come back to this place again. Nobody will do it. We are the ones that will take the action to change the state and make it a glory, a truly glory of all lands that you will be looking forward to come to. So I have decided I will not complain again. I will take the action. Look, if young people get up, money, it's Nigeria here that we have made elections about money. So our psyche and everything is that if you don't have 100 billion, you cannot contest the election. That's why people are always asking me, how prepared is students? How else will I be prepared? How else? I've won a primary, so I've seen how prepared I am. I'm campaigning. I'm going to churches. I'm going to people. I'm going to their houses. People are still asking me how prepared I am. I have printed posters. I have a secretariat. The basic foundational things that is required for a campaign, I am doing it. I am not afraid of Governor Silva or Douye Diri. Why should I be afraid? Governor Silva was 42 years when he became governor. I am 47 years. The things that I have achieved as a young boy, the impacts I have made to humanity and society, none of them did it when they were my age, when they were not in government. So why should I be afraid? From secretary generalship, from university, I've been a recurring decimal since 1999 to date, and the issues that concern the progress of young people in this state. Why should I be afraid of people who took my money, your money, to do road, and the road said they can't do it? It is my money and your money they are using to do the big man and the organ they are doing. Why should I be afraid? Why? They should go and carry block in a site and bring the money. Then I'll be afraid. I'll say, okay, you work hard, go raise the money, come. But for the fact that their responsibility, if you are a governor, there is a job description to that job. I cannot be afraid when you go and abuse the opportunity you are given, amass the money for yourself, as they are going to buy houses in Banana Island and all the places that they did not belong to. You see what I should be afraid of? I'm not. I don't even blink an eye when you mention these names. The reason is that young people in Bayelsa are graduating. There are no jobs. There are no teachers in primary schools. The economy is that Bayelsa young people are selling their properties and leaving the town. They can't deny it. Every day as we are talking, go to the toll gate, there are nothing less than 10 people relocating from Bayelsa. I'm not talking about the ones that are jackpying. I'm talking about leaving Yenegua to Port Harcourt, to leaving Yenegua to Lagos, leaving Yenegua to Abuja, because they are looking for greener pastures, places that their capacity can be brought to bear and they will earn a living from it. Why should I be afraid? When people who have been given the opportunity, God gave you an opportunity to manage resources on behalf of the people, and then you have brought in self-inflicted poverty to the state. So I am not afraid. I'm going to win them in this election, and that's why I'm going to the people. I have a short agenda. If I should go there now, my agenda is the PEEP agenda. PEAP. Is the simplest, as simple as it can be. People, education, agriculture, and power. The people first. I told you I'm going to the people. I'm not going to be carrying drum and beating band and doing campaign. I don't have the money to waste. Don't waste all those kind of money. I work hard for the resources I generate to do whatever I do. So when one penny I spend, I want it to get to where it should be. So I'm going to the people. I don't even entertain people coming to visit me in my secretariat. No, please don't. I will not receive you. I am going to the people. I want to lead the people. I should go to them. They shouldn't come to me. It's even a wrong style. I'm going to do things differently. So I'm engaging the people. I'm going to talk to them where they are. Because once the people understand what a leader is doing, they will follow him. So the people in this agenda is the most important. Their healthcare is key. There are no hospitals in Bayelsa. It is now less than 40% chances of coming back alive if you go to any hospital in Bayelsa. You have 40% chance. God forbid that you have a terminal ailment. 40% chances of you coming back alive. Drugs are all fake drugs in Bayelsa. Somebody had injection for antibiotics for typhoid. His skin started peeling, skin. You need to see what's going on. The drug distribution company that was meant to bring in quality drugs is dead in Bayelsa. So the people's healthcare is a problem. We don't have a livable environment. As we speak, as the rain is falling, the entire Yenegua is flooded because we don't have a town planning institution in the state. The people who are throwing stones at me, their houses are underwater. As rain falls, they will be packing their load. PDP will carry his load and run enter APC house that is dry. APC will carry his load and run enter Labour Party house that is dry. It is not about party. It is about competence of leadership. And when the flood will start, we will be talking about incompetence of leadership that have led our society to where it is. So I want to look at a proper living environment. We want to deal with water and sanitation. There's no drinking water in Yenegua. I will outlaw borehole, taking the town in phases. I will process water directly from the river and pump to and reticulate it to houses and put meters so that we can create jobs with water provision in the state. We're going to start the new towns, new Yenegua, new Brass Atlantic City, the Sagbama City, so that we can upgrade these towns, Opuruma town, and then Ekirimo, so that more people can reside in the local government. We will bring in malls. There will be 24 hours power. We will ensure that we build the right roads in those communities, and we will create new towns. Education. I'm going to upgrade the educational facilities in Bayelsa State. It's only in Bayelsa that children are still taught with chalk and blackboard. Children are taught everywhere in the world now with electronic displays. Data is what children are taught with. But there are no teachers in our schools. I just said that the governor was ordering all corpers to go and teach. When you are supposed to employ teachers, train them. I use it as a means of creating employment for Bayelsans. Once the welfare of teachers is enviable, it's no longer a profession that will be looked down upon. We have the money to do that. But we have lost it to the point where we are asking corpers. Have you tested these corpers to see whether some of them even went to proper schools? That they will be the ones to teach our children to be doctors and engineers and human beings tomorrow. So I'm going to upgrade the facilities. I'm going to train teachers, pay their arrears. Our government is going to build university village. Look at NDU. Almost every student do not even have a proper campus to habit. So we're going to build a university village where hostels, accommodation for lecturers, professors, recreation, security, cinemas, so that when you hear that your child is going to school, it's going to a decent environment. The state loan scheme, we are going to review and revive it so that more students can have access to it and ensure that it is strengthened, that it goes beyond the government that we are going to serve. So educationally, we are going to invest a lot in infrastructure. ICT and information technology will be our focus so that we prepare our young people for the challenges of tomorrow. We are going to invest in agriculture. We will revive the economy of Bayelsa through agriculture. Sugarcane is growing untamed in Bayelsa. I want to produce sugar so that we can create an economy with sugarcane. I saw in Brazil, in Argentina, in South Africa, in the Bahamas, they produce their own sugar. What is the quantum of sugarcane they have that we cannot plant here in Bayelsa? Leadership is a problem. We have a 60,000 ton cassava processing facility. How many Akirimo people and Sabama people are planting cassava to supply that facility and earn a living from it? We are going to ensure that we work with the people so that these facilities will be useful and create an economy and jobs for our young people. We have a 45,000 bed poultry in Ebedebri, dead. I will revive it so that it becomes another means of providing an economy and serving our people. I'm going to invest in Otokpoti rice program. Instead of Peremabri and Sampo. Peremabri and Sampo people are not rice growers. That's why those projects over the years, decades, it hasn't yielded any fruit. Because Kebbi people are original rice growers. The original rice growers in Bayelsa are Otokpoti people. And therefore, you will see the Otokpoti rice. It will be an international food. And so we invest in that rice program so that the successes from Otokpoti can now be copied by other parts of the state. We are going to build a food processing and storage facility in our airport so that people who plant plantain will plant to eat and plant for export. People who plant banana will plant to eat and plant for export. People who go fishing can prepare their fish and send it to the airport, earn a living from it. And we will begin to process those items and export. Once people know that in Bayelsa International Airport, there is a storage facility, there is a processing facility, there is a warehouse there that you can store your goods, that place becomes viable. And so we are going to the agro-allied sector, we will invest in it so that we can export our food, our fish from the ocean, our opro from the ocean. All these are exportable goods that other nations are using to survive. Why should we have them and we are not using it? Because we don't have the infrastructure. We are going to invest in power, which is the last P. Already the federal government have enacted a law that allows for states to produce power and distribute. So just like NCDMB, the local content board bought an 11 megawatts plant. They have given themselves power. All the houses around them, they gave government house, gave the hospital as well as the secretariat. They have not used up 4 megawatts. Is it 11 megawatts that Bayelsa cannot buy? We are going to buy 2 11 megawatts turbines. We are going to dedicate one to an industrial area where we will dredge the area, map out the lands, pipe gas to that place as well as power, and then we advertise it. We have the river to service Onitsha and other parts of West Africa. Once the people know that the government is serious, then the right investments and industries will begin to be attracted to your state. There is no amount of London you go and do dinner or America that you go and cry around that any investor will come to your state. You need to take the action. And these people know, they just go to the internet and check. Once you are not serious, they will sit down. Sometimes they will stop drinking your wine because they have just checked you and found out that you are not serious. You are just sitting down here wasting resources. And they will clap for you and leave you. You will never see any result. I am not going to be doing those kind of things, wasting Bayelsa money. I will invest in the state. Change the mindset of the people. Work with them so that Bayelsans become productive. That productivity is what foreigners will begin to see. Investors will begin to see. If we complete the hotel that have been abandoned for years, it becomes a branded hotel, maybe Hilton or Marriott. Once they know that there's a Marriott in Bayelsa, every investor wants to come and look at what's going on in the town. Those are the responsibilities of the government. Not going to hold dinners in America and wasting public funds. We are going to invest in industrial areas. And these things are not rocket science. It's not difficult. Everybody has done it except Bayelsa. Everybody has done it. What did Ogun do that they have attracted all the industries from Lagos to go and set up their sites in Ogun? It's because of their local gas that they used to prepare an industrial area and say, bring your company, there's gas to reduce your production. We have all the gas here. We are just joking. We are the only state that had an oil field, the Atala field, for over 22 years. We did not produce kerosene because we will not get leadership. Because we don't have leadership. 22 years we had an oil field until they fraudulently went and sold it to themselves. Again, it is time for us young people to take the leadership in our hands. Instead of complaining, I have decided I won't complain again. I will take action. And that's why